Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah from Pies and Pros, and today we're doing a bit of a studio vlog. So today is Monday, it's the beginning of the week, it's actually the first week of November. I promised my patrons that I was going to provide an art book of every single piece of my Inktober / Drawing pieces from last month, which was October, and I am not going to disappoint. In order to get those pieces into an actual art book is a process, and I did commit to doing this process on my own. It's gonna be interesting, but I wanted to document the process. First of all, I'm behind on my pieces. Like I said, I need to finish those up, and I'm hoping that I can finish them up today. Flip through, then testing the printing, making sure that the final piece looks great, doing a flip through of that, and then sending everything out. I also want to provide a discount code for my patrons, so those who aren't under that tier, but they are my patron, can have early access and a discount code so that they can purchase the book if they want to. And I also want to make a very, very limited supply of books available to the public to purchase, and I think I'm gonna give away one. We have a lot ahead of us. Logan's still in his Halloween spirit, and yeah, we're just going to get right into that. Oh my gosh, I'm finished. I am finished with every single piece for Inktober Halloween 2020. Let me just preface by saying I'm really excited, not just because I finished and now I can move forward and create the art book, but I have never completed an Inktober challenge before, ever. And now I can film the flip through, now I can start printing, and I'll show you a little bit. This is it. This is all of it. 16 pieces, all ready to go, and oh my god. Granted, my pieces are on the more simpler side. I actually talked about this in my behind the scenes video for Patreon, but I purposely did that so it wouldn't be too hard on me when I knew preemptively that I was going to be catching up. Let's just cut to the next scene. Y'all, I don't know why this is, but reels are so hard to do. I just did my reel of my flip through, so once this video goes up, you'll actually be able to see it on my Instagram. You can head over after this video and see an entire flip through of every single piece in this collection. It is so good. It came out so well. Right now, in real time, it is Tuesday, I'm gonna go test print, and hopefully the testing goes well. I'll show you through that, and then we can assemble for the patrons who automatically get it. I'm so excited. Oh my god, it looks good. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I think it looks good. I think it looks good. Whew, look at that color distinction. You can see every single shade. It's a lot harder to see when you're on Procreate. Things are working out. I'm so excited. Now it's time to test this on high quality paper. We've hit a little bit of a snag, and that's okay. I anticipated snags happening. That's part of the whole process of printing things on your own. But I'm doing a little bit of a test here to see how I'm going to assemble. And I noticed that when you take these pieces and you fold them and you kind of layer them on top of each other, what I like is that there's a white piece right here so that I can staple that section right there. I had to go ahead and order a long frame stapler. It's a long time coming. I needed one of those anyway, so I just went ahead and ordered that. But so those are basically to help. That's basically for a stapler to reach all the way over here without having to bend the paper and ruin the whole thing. So I went ahead and ordered that, so that's coming tomorrow. Perfect. This is computer paper that I'm using as a test. The issue is the paper that I have here already, like I said from my shop days, is too thick. So it's 100 pounds, and that's pretty thick. It's like on the heavier cardstock, maybe even heavier than the standard cardstock, and that is going to be extremely difficult to fold. especially when I have 16 pieces. That means that's 8 pieces of 100-pound paper. having to fold seamlessly, it's not gonna be pretty, and it's surely not gonna be easy to staple. So I went ahead and ordered a light cardstock. It's not thin like computer paper, but it's not thick like high quality art print paper. It's a little bit in the middle. That is also coming tomorrow. We're gonna pick up tomorrow with some updates, but for today, Tuesday, that's all I've got. Hello again from this awkward angle and whatever color this video clip is going to look like. But I just got my order. It is the next day, so it is Wednesday, and take a look at this. Whoa, isn't this crazy? So it's basically a stapler, and if you've ever stapled a book before, or have ever tried to staple a book before, you understand what this is for. And we got our paper. So I wanted to turn the camera on to make sure that this paper is exactly what I need. I'm nervous. There's something always wrong with orders. So let's see. Yes. Yes. Okay, so as you can see, it's giving really easily, but not as easy as like computer paper. Like, you can hear the thickness, but it's still bendy enough for me to fold this without having troubles folding multiple pieces of paper together. Sorry for the ASMR, or maybe I'm not sorry. But I really like how smooth it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and test run an entire book. Wish me luck. I do apologize for this weird angle, but I just wanted to jump in and give you a quick update because everything went wrong. As you can see, this is my completely knocked up and destroyed test version. I'm coming into a problem where I thought I was going to avoid it by using the paper that I just ordered. So the first problem is that when I try to print this, there is no option for me to print this on paper other than photo paper or regular paper. When I do it on regular paper, it comes out with really terrible lines. Then I decided to do it on the setting where it was photo paper. So as you can see here, I'm trying to find an example. As you can see here, no lines, completely clear. However, the image is sort of dull, like it needs a little bit of brightening up. I prefer that as opposed to horrid lines. Like, there's no way I can send this to someone and be okay with that. That dilemma can be solved by me just going back into my pieces and just brightening them up so that they're optimized for printing, which is what I'm going to do. No problem there. The problem now comes with assembling this book. I basically printed them like this on one sheet of paper, and then I folded it so that it would be like in a booklet form, of course, and then I tried to print it when it was not cut in half, when it was like this. I stapled it in between here, and you might be able to see that I tried that. When I went to fold all of these, the problem that I thought that I avoided preemptively happened, and it didn't bend correctly. The pages were just not folding well because of the thickness of the paper. And I have a tool that helps me like smooth things down, very, very concrete, but it still wasn't enough. Good thing I did a test. Always do a test if you plan on doing something like this. Now what I'm thinking is that instead of creating this in a booklet form, maybe I just do this as a card form. They would be like mini prints instead, and it would come as a set in this high quality paper, and we'll just do it that way. But before I even do that, before I even go ahead with that, I want to make sure that it's okay with my patrons. So I'm going to shoot them a quick poll, see what they say, and if they're cool with it being like individual art prints as opposed to it being binded together, I'm going to go ahead with that route. I am so sorry if this is so boring. I might cut out majority of what I'm talking about here because I know it is so boring. But these are things that come across when you print and assemble books on your own and you don't have a printing service. The only reason why I didn't have a printing service this time is because I wanted my pictures to be small. I wanted them very small, and I couldn't find a printing company that printed that small at a small quantity because, like I said before, I'm doing an extremely limited run, and I didn't want to buy too many. I didn't want to assemble too many. So, yeah. It's fine. This is what the test is all about. I guess I have nothing else to show you until they're completely ready, so I will get back to you, or I will see you when that actually happens. So, I'm coming back on because I completely forgot to end this video. We're ending this video vlog, studio vlog, whatever we're calling it. And basically, long story short, we've got our pieces. We decided, we as in me and my patrons who are going to be receiving this automatically, that we are going to have these as individual prints as opposed to an actual binded art book, just because the binding wasn't working. I was going through a number of different issues, as you saw, and they were just like, you know what, it's fine. 16 pieces, I'm all for it as long as they got it, and I think in the long run, it's worth it. You might have seen a little bit of a clip before this, what they actually look like. They're basically 3x4, so they're very small. I call them cards just because of that size, and I deliberately made them that size, by the way. And I love how they came out. I did a bunch of enhancing to make sure that the colors came out really well. I'll just show you one for an example. Like, the colors are super vibrant. This theme that I went with Drawloween was There's Something in the Woods, which was also decided by my patrons. And so every single piece is a woodland type piece. And you'll start to notice, and there is a flip through on my Instagram right now, so you can go check that out after you see this video. You'll notice that there's a cohesiveness to these pieces. So there's an overlying theme of it being like woodland type illustrations, but there's also a repetitiveness to it. I'm just going to show you a little bit of a sneak peek on what I mean there. You can see that there's a story happening here. So it's woodland, but there's also a story. I'm not telling you what the story is. You have to figure it out on your own. And all 16 pieces are related to each other. So they all go hand in hand, and which is why I wanted it to be a book, because they all relate to one another. And I am really excited to see what story you come up with, or what story you think that this is about once you see the flip through. And if you want something a little bit more in depth, these are going to be an extremely limited supply for purchase, and they are going to be discounted. All the information is going to be on my Instagram account, so you can head over right after this video to snag a copy, because again, extremely limited copy. As you saw, it is a process to make these, so I only wanted to make a very small few for those who are really interested. I think they're perfect for your spooky lover friend. I think they are a lot of fun. I kind of like the fact that they are cards, because you can use them for whatever you want to do. You can use them as cards, postcards. You can hang them around your room, in your office space. And yeah, I just think that they're perfect. And because they're so discounted, it could be like a stocking stuffer for your spooky friend or your artistic friend, or someone who just needs a little bit of art and fun in their life. I think they're really quirky and cute, and I think a lot of people will enjoy them. They're actually small enough to fit into your journal as well. Definitely versatile. You can use it in many different ways, however you choose. Personally, I think I'm going to hang them around my desk space. These are officially available for purchase Again, extremely discounted. Just head over to my Instagram and you'll see that. And I really hope you liked this video. I hope you liked this process of what it's like to actually print and assemble things on your own as an artist. Things are not always perfect, and that's just a reality of it. I expected it, as you saw, and at the end of the day, I still really love everything, and I'm happy to share them with you. And thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. It means a lot to me and this channel so much. And yeah, like this video if you like this video in particular. That also means a lot to me. And if you want access to things like behind the scenes and voting in polls and all of that extra stuff, it's over on my Patreon. I'll link that in the description. Ooh, we're gonna end this off with my favorite one. And I'll see you in the next one.